Welcome to the Season 10 special here on 20Somethings TV. I'm your host, John Dean, and today I am joined by my co-hosts John Maddock, Amelia, and Eric. Thank you guys so much for being here. The special guest today is, of course, Amelia. Please introduce yourself to anyone who may be unfamiliar with the stardom we are in the midst of.
Wow, that's very kind. I'm Amelia. I graduated in 2016, and I was a host of the very first season. I was a founding father, if you will.
Whoa. Wow. Late 20-somethings.
Yeah, I only have 20 days left of being a 20-something.
Then
Sad.
we're going to kick you out forever.
I know.
Amelia, it's so great to have you on the show. I've got a few questions to start off. So, what was it like working on this program?
It was very different because when we first started season 1, we didn't really have a plan for what the show was going to be like. It was really making it up as we went along and kind of figuring out what we really wanted the show to be. So it was a lot of experimenting, a lot looser framework, and just a lot of fun.
What was the process like getting ready for each segment in the beginning?
In the beginning, it was a lot of preparing ideas. I feel like everyone was really involved. We did a lot of out-of-class segments. We did a lot of in-class segments. We did a lot of games. It was really cool. We did a lot of actually host auditions. So if you go back and watch the first season, you'll see that like the core 4 switches a bunch because we used to only have one set of hosts. So it was 4 of us, but we did like basically like chemistry tests with everyone to kind of figure out who was going to be like the final, which is cool. Now you guys like swap in and out, but yeah, back in the day, yeah, it was cool.
That does sound cool.
Yeah, if only, right?
Yeah. And the last question is, how does it feel to be one of the founders of this TV project?
Wow. It feels awesome to see that the show is still going 10 years later. I don't know if we ever realized that it was going to be such like a legacy when we first started, when we weren't even sure what the name was going to be. Like to see 20-somethings still going strong, same brand, same name, all these years later, it's pretty cool. And to see like every year, you know, new students kind of breathe new life into it, but it still kind of has that same core charm and value. It's really awesome. And I'm also, of course, grateful that you guys continue to have me back. So thank you.
Now, you've been on the show for multiple years, sometimes as a guest, of course. What was your favorite moment working on this program?
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Well, actually, one of the ones that comes to mind is an episode that never saw the light of day because we lost the footage. It was my birthday episode. We had balloons. We played like crazy games. We had like a full set design of like a birthday party. Very sad we lost the footage. That's definitely one of them. And then I would say like my second favorite would be all the new friends I've kind of made kind of coming back to the show over the years because it's really cool to kind of, you know, meet people who obviously weren't in school when I was there, but like get to see what you guys are doing and still stay involved.
If you could go back to 20-somethings, what would be the first thing you'd want to do?
Like way back in the day?
Like if you became a series regular again.
I don't know. I guess it'd be like, if I was going to be a series regular again, I'd do like advice for like your late 20s and like misconceptions you have in your early 20s about like what your late 20s are going to be like because it's so different. Or at least I feel like I had a lot of misconceptions. If I was going to change things from like when we first started, I don't think I'd change anything, to be honest with you, like back in the day. Because I feel like it was all like the weird things that we did and like the odd episodes that you go back now and see that you're like, that's weird, that's strange, but like that's kind of like what shaped the show and like having that room to play and everything. I think I would have taken out of class segments more seriously. Like I wish I had developed a series of out of class segments because I kind of worked on other people's, but I never really had my own.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So you had a good run.
I had a good run.
And we'll see you on 30-somethings?
Yes. I'm as soon as we rebrand right
Sequel
after this.
series.
Gotta go sign that contract.
All right. With all that in mind, we have a video to watch and react to. And after that, our esteemed co-hosts are going to ask their burning questions. Let's go to that now.
See it.
Show made by 20-somethings.
For 20-somethings.
For people who have been there, done that.
Or thought about it. It could be pretty solid.
It could be interesting.
Or it could be whatever you want it to be.
We're making this up as we go along. This is an experiment.
This is who we are.
We're just a bunch of 20.
This looks like some kind of like video
We didn't have a theme
advertisement.
song. We just used Taylor Swift for a theme.
Did you get copyright?
We had we brought a crane in sometimes.
This is like a talk show.
An actual set.
Yeah, we had an old desk. It was all donated. Like we inherited.
Welcome
it
to
from
season 2 of 20Somethings TV.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, depending on where you are.
Spring break is next week, and
October.
we're gonna go.
I'm going to South by Southwest, Austin, Texas, to the film festival.
I like the blue. It's a little confusing what all those lines are supposed to be. Do you know what those lines are supposed to be?
When up since 2
Oh, that was
a.m.
my South by Southwest. Sorry, the blue lines. I don't know. That was a donated set.
What did she build a set?
Not the
Because
South by.
someone was making
video. Let's
tea
look at it.
and then the burner and the wire, there's a burst of fire. Exploded.
Who is he?
He's an alumni.
I figure.
Amelia? No way.
Yes,
That's you?
That is me.
I didn't even recognize you. Where is that?
That's never gets to be.
Yeah, that's.
No shot. I guess I've never
It's
been
like the
there.
far left.
Well,
Oh, I remember meeting Janet in the bathroom. She runs South by Southwest. And I was like, hey.
Does she still? I don't think I saw her.
I don't know.
Maybe she's like one of the shadow people.
Yeah,
I'll
probably.
start video.
No longer will be existing. Which I'm personally not really that
I
affected
guess
by.
not. We're
We're
just
reacting to
listening.
Eric.
Reacting to me now. Yeah.
This guy, am I right?
Is a pile.
I don't even go here.
That's like McDonald's in general, so. But now you have more options of which you want to eat. So,
That's true.
You know.
But Dunkin' Donuts.
I'm a corgi man myself.
It's such a different looking show.
He does a dark.
Celebrity sphere.
Also, all the dead spaces.
Kanye and Taylor.
Kanye West versus Taylor Swift. Whoa. That's actually crazy.
And now they're going back.
Was this shot in here?
My
Yeah.
take on this is that when you release
This is before they redid the TV
you
studio.
gotta talk to some people and stir up something so people are like, okay, well, I think you should really get the help you need. Blaming other people.
still saying
for
that
your
about
problems,
Kanye.
It's not
They were
right.
they were so eloquent back then. I feel like I just blumber through everything now. Maybe that's more of a me problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speak for yourself.
I like how you're all on the same side of the table.
Ryan Gosling.
No
I think
shot.
that's my
I almost
video.
met him.
Did you meet him or did you just record him?
I was sitting next to him for a while. Oh, they got engaged. Keith loves that they got engaged.
I have a,
Who's they?
What's the craziest
The
thing?
two girls that were in the audience, I don't know.
One time where I saw a seagull flying over the software ghetto, and the hawk just like came, swooped around the guy, fell down, fucker tore in half. Can I swear?
It's crazy that they keep that language today.
20, 30 kids maybe.
I
just
mean,
in
I
a
feel like
circle
we
around the seagull.
made it a
all of us, like,
little
smoking
better.
cigarettes.
Slums,
Oh,
a
the
little
power
better.
of nature.
Ghetto.
That's true.
We did a
I
couple
saw something similar to that the
terrible
other day. I
things,
saw
like
a
really
squirrel
terrible
get hit by a
things. One
car.
of them was like
And it crawled up a
we
tree
made
and
this
fell down and died.
missing poster,
here?
and then on the
Yeah.
bottom it said,
Is it in the slums?
Make your pictures come
It wasn't in the
alive."
slums, but
For our musical guest, Your Eyes Own. Like that.
What was that talking? Was that like a skit? Did you guys used to do like skits and stuff?
Some of the out of class segments are skits. This is a musical act.
Frog?
Wow, I'm really good at that.
That's a great impression.
A tadpole turns
y'all had heads up in 2014.
into a meaner one.
Was this
How
10
long
ago?
ago do you think 2014 was?
How that's like the earliest it could be is 2015. I think this is 2015.
Wow, so almost 10 years ago.
I think
Please.
that
See,
is
if this
that
is
the
season
whole,
10,
that's like the
that was
whole
season
thing.
1.
Well, it's season 1 and 2, I thought, is a collection of the two.
I never saw it. I just
Some of this is
That guy's
past.
hat, they actually both
It's
have
like season
fly
3
hats.
too.
We do it to like.
I'm not sure.
I like his hat.
Yeah, but you
They both have cool hats.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It bleeds together.
magic card.
Yeah, I don't know what this
This
is.
is, it looks like very casual but fun.
What's the coffee house, isn't it? Or one of the
I
coffee
think
houses?
so.
Seen them where they compare Draco and Kim, and they're like, you have a sister, or like other weird.
The wands. They photoshopped
yeah, I
her
was gonna say the
head on the wands.
I had a
Yep.
costume I bought for one of my movies and then I kept.
Kim K.
Around
I
something
have no
like that.
recollection of that.
Do you
guys,
have a
like, build
bucket
that
list or
set,
anything
or was it
you
just
want
kinda
to
laying around
accomplish
somewhere?
before you
The
graduate?
set?
Yeah.
I think it was donated to us from one of the news stations, like when they got a new one.
do. I want to be the nude model for the art classes that draw naked people. Because if I hang just naked
I'm
pictures
gonna
of
take
myself
that
in the art in the FAC, that is weird. But if people draw me and
fact
hang
that the
naked
union
pictures
looks
in the
exactly the
FAC,
same.
that is not
Those
weird.
builds like a bajillion.
Want to hike the athlete? Oh, before I
Where's that guy now?
graduate.
Do you know him or is he just a
No,
random guy?
zero.
I didn't
nothing.
film all of these
No. He
segments,
didn't go
no.
No bucket list.
These are like other people's
Don't die
segments.
till
That's
I'm ready.
Post Malone.
That's Keith Brown.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I won that
He's
girl's
so
smile.
young.
He kind of
He's no younger than 40 in that for sure.
Dude, this rocks.
Like, I don't remember this.
We need more content like this.
Oh my god.
I don't know this, I don't think.
Do you have any context
That
for what that was?
I don't remember that. I don't know if I blacked it out or if
You
it's
just weren't
something I
involved.
missed.
That's
wow.
I feel like that would be unforgettable, honestly. That was some content. That's
I mean,
quite
to
a
be fair, I
time
don't even
capsule.
remember what we did last year.
Yeah, times have changed. I also wonder if like some of the stuff or like the out of class segments that we used to do, like I don't know if that would fly now. Like I feel like things are like more heavily regulated. Not even just offensive. I just feel like we're more like the film program is more on the map, so like people pay more attention. They'd be like, you cannot be doing that. Like you need waivers and stuff. But not like it was crazy, but I just feel like nowadays like it's way more structured. If that makes sense.
Squirrels with your cars anymore for a segment.
Well, no, it was a seagull getting swooped by a hawk, and then the hawk ripping the seagull in half, and then 10 people forming a semicircle.
Wow, you really listened to that story.
That one was.
Will anyone tell you you're not a deep
fascinating.
listener?
Before we get into our co-hosts' questions,
Okay.
I got a question for you.
Tell me.
Can you still do the bullfrog impression?
I don't know.
Have
I
you
feel like
improved,
I don't
or-
know. Like it really comes from like the back of the throat. You really gotta, really embrace it. It's really important to get the horn so people get bull.
But bullfrogs don't have horns.
Yeah, but if you have to mime
But it's like the phonetic
it's
thing.
like yeah.
It's like the game.
That makes sense.
Phonetically
The
sounding.
TCU bullfrogs have horns. Think about that
Okay.
one, John.
That is true.
Well, it's time to get into some co-host questions. First up is going to be our boy John Maddock here.
Yeah, I mean, looking back at that, I guess like at least the last one you didn't seem to remember too well, but was there any like of the videos that were shown that were specifically memorable to you? You're like, oh, I remember doing that. Besides, I guess the South by trip.
South by trip, definitely. I remember that very well. Some of the other segments, like the one with like the tie, like I was part of, like we do like different 101, so like how to get ready for like a date or like how to do other things. Like that one was specifically a date. I think that was like the first one that group did. And then like the ones, I remember the ones where they asked around, like random people questions around campus. I wasn't part of that, but I remember like we got some wild stuff back.
That nude artist guy.
Yeah, that guy. I wonder.
Or nude painting
I didn't
model.
rember him,
I
but
wonder if he ever got painted.
I don't think I'd ever
got
forget
arrested.
him.
I know. Where is he now?
Where is he?
If you're out
Nude
there.
model guy, if you're listening, where are you? We want to invite you on the show.
We want to
DM, email Keith Brown. Well, first of all, I think he's going to love you. Second of all, I think we're going to love you on the show. And I guess the next question is going to be from our man Eric over here. You have any question?
So I guess just kind of like looking back on kind of what you did back then and thinking about the way we do things now, what really strikes you, like from the differences, what really pops out to you, like, wow, we did not do that?
Yeah. I guess I like that more if you get screen time. Like I feel like you guys have like more desk segments, more like even the sitting arrangement. Like we never really did anything that wasn't at the desk unless it was a game. Like I remember we did like over there we hung up a big, like one of those big poster board papers, and we did like a drawing game. Like a blindfold drawing game, I think. And so that was fun, but like I think you guys do a lot more with the space, and obviously you guys have this beautiful space now. I know like that was one thing you kept saying, or like, what is that background? And like I don't know. That's what we had. That was before the space got redone. We had to like bring in like film lights. We didn't have like these lights.
How big was this room back then?
It was the same size.
Oh, okay.
But it was just like different because like so much of it was like using what we had, because I don't think the space was super utilized outside of some journalism classes, and obviously now we utilize it and stuff, but it's come a long way, and it's cool to see. Like I'm glad people are investing in the space and like investing in the program, because this is a really cool place, and like you get to do stuff like this. Yeah, that's like cool to me though. Like you guys can really all get involved, and like more of you kind of are in front of the camera. I think that's nice too, to like get to know more people. But yeah, what do you think? Like what's something that you guys do that, or like I feel like even you, when you were on the show last, like that's different?
Yeah, I mean, last year it was definitely, it's very different, like seeing how the dynamics change from year to year, because it's always very dependent on kind of the group that you have. So if you take like I like that I see that this class is very driven to kind of be in this room and do what they want to, and they're very ambitious about
Yeah.
it. Not to say that we weren't by any means, but it's like it
kind of sounds like that's what you're saying.
It's not. I'm not trying to insinuate that. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying it's very interesting to see kind of how much the year's vibe as a whole changes, like based on that dynamic. Like we were just talking about out of class segments
Totally.
before this. Like I vividly remember mine. I enjoyed that, but I mean, how were out of class segments for you guys? Like, do you
I think we didn't
remember
know
how
what
you
to
did
do. Like I remember, like that's why I said that's the thing I wish I took more seriously, because I never knew what to do. I really enjoyed like all my desk segments, and that was the part I was like really all in on. But I wish I had been like a little bit more into shooting stuff outside, because I think like the outside stuff has the potential to be like so
Right.
good, and you really kind of have that full like creativity to like do whatever. Yeah.
Well, thankfully, you're going to have a lot of time to do out-of-class segments on 30-somethings,
Oh,
our new
boy.
reboot, only on ABC. Amelia, thank you so much for coming on the show. It was great to have you back. And by back,
Thanks.
I mean, this is my first time meeting you, but it was great to see you for the first time.
Oh,
Next
yeah.
week, we'll be looking at the next 2 seasons of 20-somethings TV. Until then, thanks for watching.